We're joined now by Asia business expert Reshef for a look at the Chinese government's approach to the air pollution crisis in China. Mr. Reshef, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
So we understand that China basically is home to 16 of the world's 20 most polluted cities in the world. All we ever really see about China is how much they're concerned about 7.5% growth, and it's always about the economy. Does the government really care about pollution, and to what extent?
Well, the government does care, and it cares on two levels. First of all, because as a communist regime, their commitment is to the people. We tend to forget it, but they do not forget it. And after they have achieved the great progress in terms of economy, they want also to let the people live well with this level. And it means, among other things, reducing the pollution. Second point is more crucial. The satisfaction, the happiness, the well-being of the people affects very much their attitude regarding the regime. And the Chinese regime is afraid in a very deep way from issues from that direction that may affect the stability. So if something like this adds to the feeling of discontentment of the people, it is something that concerns very much the regime.
Right. Well, I mean, we've seen that there have been estimates of thousands of people dying of the pollution. Some estimates say over 1 million people die of this of the pollution every year. What are the solutions here? What can they possibly do? They're throwing money at the problem, but what are the actual solutions to this issue?
Well, they've tried almost in any possible direction, like closing down factories, like passing from certain sources of energy to other sources which are cleaner. They also try the Chinese way to put the responsibility on the local authorities to give them a target of level of pollution, solve it the way you want. And some of them, in some regions of China, what they've done is that they have limited the hours that factories can work.
I guess this is one of the advantages of the fact that it's a regime that imposes its power, so to speak.
Absolutely, but there are limits to it, because pollution is not the only thing that the regime is caring about. They also want to continue with the growth of the GDP, because they want to have more jobs, they want to have more prosperity for the people. And if you are reducing the hours of work of the factories, you're reducing the production, the GDP, and the places of work. I mean, there's a kind of balance between the two that they have to keep, which is not easy at all.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for those comments, Mr. Reshef, Asia business expert.